Zachary Fruhling, aka Cozy Azeroth here. I am working my way through all 101 programs from the old TI-99 4A programming book, 101 Programming Tips and Tricks for the Texas Instruments TI-99 4A home computer by Len Turner. I'm up to program number 82, which is called Making Change. I'm going to read the brief program description, get into the Classic 99 emulator, which emulates the TI-99 4A on a modern PC, get into TI Basic from there, type the program in, run it, see what we can learn from it, and see what we can make it do. Okay, program number 82 is Making Change. A penny saved is a penny earned. Every businessman is aware of pennies, nickels, dimes, even quarters lost by salespeople who can't make correct change. If you have salespeople out front accepting cash away from your register, or if you're too small to have a cash register, use this program to make correct change. Key in the amount of the sale and the amount of money tendered by the customer, and this software will tell you exactly how many quarters, dimes, nickels, and pennies to hand back to the customer. Okay, let's get into TI Basic. And let's start typing. 10 call clear. And we're going to type this leisurely so we don't make any typos along the way. And we want to type it exactly as written in the book for posterity. Input sale amount cents. It's funny because I love that it thinks that you'll have a sale under $1. I get sale amount cents. I'm not sure about this wording. I think if, actually let me make sure there's enough spaces there. We have what, 1, 2, looks like 2 spaces before the 1, 2. There we go. Before the end quote there. I'm not sure I would do this in terms of cents nowadays. But, you know, what do you do? This is circa 1983 or whenever this book came out, maybe even before that. Okay, 30 input cents tendered. That's the power of inflation for you. Okay, so let's see. How many spaces? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to call that T for the amount tendered. Okay, 40, A equals T minus X. A equals T minus X. 50. If A is less than 25, then 90. 60, Q equals Q plus 1. 70. A equals A minus 25. $80. Go to 50. 90. If A is less than 10, then 130. 100, D equals D plus 1. So as you're keeping track of the number of dimes, so Q for quarters, D for dimes, so on and so forth. 110, A equals A minus 10. 110, A equals A minus 10. 120, go to 90. 130, let's scroll. If A is less than 5, then 170. If A is less than 5, then 170. 140, N equals N plus 1. 150, A equals A minus 5. A equals A minus 5. 160, go to 130. 170, P equals A. Number of pennies is the amount left over, in other words, after the quarters, dimes, nickels, so on and so forth. Okay, 180, print. 190, print Q and then quarters. Print Q, semicolon, quote, quarters. 200, print, let's see, D and then dimes. 210, print, let's see, I think it's in for nickels, yep, in, nickels. 220, print, and P for pennies. $230 for Z equals 1 to 10. Oops, for Z equals 1 to 10. There we go. 240, print. 250, I think it's just next Z. Okay, so 260 through 300 just reset all the values, the amount, dimes, nickels, pennies, quarters, so on and so forth. Okay, so 260, A equals 0, 270. I'm just going to double check here. We got dimes, nickels, pennies, quarters. Doesn't really have, the order doesn't matter, but let's do it exactly as written. 270, D equals 0, 280, N equals 0, 290, P equals 0, 300, Q equals 0, and 310 go to 20. All that's happening in line 260 through 300 is just resetting the values, so when we do a fresh go around, all those values are cleared out of memory. 310 go to 20. Yeah, I just wanted to double check the line number. What I'm going to do next is clear the screen, type call clear, type list to list the program out, and we're looking for, while it's scrolling, any obvious typos, syntax errors, math errors, anything to that effect. And at a glance, it all looks really straightforward. I don't see anything. Doesn't mean there aren't any problems, just don't see anything at a glance. Let's run it, and we'll use the sample information from the book and see how we do. So sale amount cents 33. Cents tendered, I think it was 50. So yeah, we get 0 quarters, 1 dime, 1 nickel, and 2 pennies. That looks right? Which would be 17 cents. A dime, a nickel, and 2 pennies. 17 cents. Okay, let's do another one. We've got a couple rounds from the book here. Sale amount cents 71. And cents tendered 80. And we got 0 quarters, 0 dimes, 1 nickel, and 4 pennies. That's 9 cents, and 1 nickel and 4 pennies is 9 cents. That looks good. Let's get a screenshot of that as well. Okay. Let's say, I don't know, let's say the sale's only 13 cents, and we get a whole dollar, 100 cents in is the amount tendered. 3 quarters, 1 dime, 0 nickels, and 2 pennies, which would be 87 cents, right? 3 quarters, 75 cents. 1 dime would be 87 cents, and 2 pennies, 85 cents, and 2 pennies is 87 cents. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and take a screenshot of that as well. And that is all she wrote for this program. Again, if I were doing this, I wouldn't do it in terms of cents. Inflation's gotten the better of us over the last 40 some odd years since this book was written. Obviously, I don't think you'd write a program based solely on cents in this day and age. But in any case, cute little program, nice little method for taking an amount and decomposing it into smaller amounts. In fact, I used a technique very similar to that myself. On my website, there's an example of a program that takes an investment amount and shows how it compounds over time, but shows it visually in terms of piles of different denominations of money. And I used a method very similar to this in programming that. So useful little technique in principle, even if you do it in a different programming language. In any case, I'm going to be covering the rest of the programs from this book, 101 Programming Tips and Tricks for the Texas Instruments TI-99 4A Home Computer by by Len Turner. In the coming days, I'm almost there, up to program number 82, working on my way up to program number 101. If you happen to be watching this video on my YouTube channel after the fact, be sure to check out the rest of my YouTube channel. You can find it under my real name, Zachary Fruhling, or under my Twitch handle, Cozy Azeroth, for lots of TI-99 4A content, retro programming, retro gaming, lots of World of Warcraft live streaming, and miscellaneous educational videos on a wide variety of topics of interest to me, both professionally and personally. And if you happen to be watching this on YouTube after the fact, please check out my Twitch channel. You can find it under Cozy Azeroth, which is a nod to my favorite modern game, World of Warcraft, for live streams and all the above. And if you happen to catch me streaming live on Twitch, say hi in the chat or feel free to participate as you see fit. Comments are always welcome. In any case, whichever platform you're on, please check me out on the other platform, and I appreciate all the enthusiasm, along with any likes, follows, and especially subscriptions, which do, in fact, help me out greatly in these challenging and troubling and, frankly, disturbing financial times. So thank you, when the cost of everything is way more than can be computed in mere cents. So I appreciate it. In any case, I'll catch you in the next video. Stay tuned for that. If you're watching live on Twitch, I'll be back in a few minutes with another video. And if you're watching after the fact on YouTube, check out all the videos in this series and lots more TI-99 4A content on my YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Catch you in the next video.